Testing.
Testing.
I'm with my friend Avery.
Hi.
And we're in the
Tucson Herb Store.
We are in the Tucson
Where I
Herb
work.
Store. Yeah, where Avery works. So I met Avery 2 years ago here.
Right here.
I walked in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I just remember coming to get some sort of herbs, and you were my guidance in that process. And then along that road, we became friends, I think. Yeah, so.
Yes, I would say so.
But yeah, so this is the Tucson Herb Store, and Avery's really been a good friend in the guidance of both of ours. Like, we both have strong intuition.
Yeah. Thank you. I
Yeah.
would say the same about you.
Yeah.
It's been a good dialogue and growth process.
Yeah, and just the past 2 years of just navigations and you already being in the desert for years, and then my landing in the desert. And you have so much knowledge about herbalism and your experience working with land and plants and her own beauty care line, Avery's Apothecary, and just that, and then those elements combined together within your beauty care. So I always am excited when you're offering me. You just gave me some liquid glow.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I've always got the oils.
Yeah, you always got the oils too. But yeah, we're gonna talk about a few things today. We always have really good conversations, and you're gonna probably see what we talk about on the phone. And I think it's really important to share these elements of friendship, of women who are working with intention, and intention in our life. So I think that's really important to share too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're both originally from Minnesota, and
which is really cool and interesting. It's cool to share that part of ourselves with each other.
Yeah.
Because Minnesota is just such a powerful place to be from. So when you find out someone else is from Minnesota, you feel that.
Yeah, we felt that too.
Yeah.
Like that water spirit, and yeah, our connection with the north and then the southwest. And
very different.
Very different energies. Yeah. I want to say one is more gentle, but you have the northern winter. But then you have the heat of Tucson here, which has its own tone. And yeah, I just want to bring up the boundary waters that her and I were just talking about this morning, actually.
Yeah, the fires in the boundary waters. Really
yeah.
Tragic.
Yeah, so we're just sending out prayers to the northern land and all those people, and the people of the city too, observing that.
And the smoke is pretty bad.
Yeah, the smoke is really bad right now too. I was hearing from my mom, my uncle, that it's just that observance of what's trickling down to the north. And yeah, we hope those fires will be balanced, and addressed. So just wanted to shout that out. But yeah, how has this 2026 year of the fire horse been for you, Avery?
Well, it's been a journey so far, I would say. The year started off with my companion, my dog, who I had for 7 years. He passed New Year's Day, or the day of New Year's Eve, I guess, December 31st, really suddenly. He was older. He was 10 or 11, and he had a heart condition. He was a Cavalier Spaniel. If you know, you know. They're really sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really out of the blue, and it really just kind of set my whole year off to this tone of it felt like things that I had clung to for security were kind of being stripped away, which is powerful, but it was just a kind of a painful and intense way to start the year, I would say. But
that was in January.
yeah, I was processing. We had a fire for him.
Yeah, we did have a fire.
So yeah, and there was, journeys with that as far as connecting with his spirit as it like crossed over through different phases, and my journey healing, which it's a lot. It's a process, but I think it kind of propelled me into changing a lot of things in my life. I mean, I literally rearranged my whole house. Like every item in my home, I moved because I just felt like it felt like claustrophobic to be there without him the way it was. I just couldn't like face it. So I was like, okay, I have to move everything. And that in a way like started to propel me into this year of the fire horse, of like this movement, this creation.
Like a boiling
Yeah.
pot of water,
Mm-hmm.
heating up.
Mm-hmm.
And like that event was like, turning your gas stove on and being like, whoa, okay, we're about to take a huge shift.
Yeah,
and reorganize.
definitely. It felt like I was kind of untethered, and it actually, I think it kind of changed the way I was relating to reality in general, and sent me down different like ways of thinking that I wasn't previously open to, and just kind of like it shifted my whole reality, honestly. And now I'm at a like a completely different place. I'd like to think some of it with Rookie, that was my dog's name, guiding me from the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just such a source of comfort, like in his physical form, and then in his spirit form. I feel like he's doing the same in a different way. But we miss him. We miss him every day.
Rookie. Yeah, prayers are to Rookie and in that guidance, and for any sort of like loss this year, and any sort of grieving that has come up this year. I feel like it's come up at the end, of last year, this long pulled out year. It felt forever, shedding, and
the year of the snake.
The year of the snake. And these are just some of the cycles we pay attention to and just are aware of and follow, and then connecting into our daily life. And that transition into this year, and the reorganizing that felt like winter when a lot of people go internal, and that reorganizing that you felt too. I remember February, I was clearing out and just resetting what I was ingesting, and having more of a routine, and tuning more into like my bedtime routine, and having a journaling practice before bed to really ground me. Returning to that. And then I felt like winter was pretty quick, in the spring equinox. Felt like a womb.
Yeah.
What's the word I have?
Release.
Yeah, womb release. Rise of the womb, I said. But a womb release. And this is another big part of the conversation. Those tuned into their womb in that life space, and tuned in with the cycles, and the messages that the womb brings. I think that's another sparking point I wanted to bring Avery with me to talk about, because you're also you're also tuned in too, and if you could share more about that. I can kind of bop off, but it's interesting.
Yeah, sure. My cycles have always been teaching me a lot, I guess is one way you could put it. They've been pretty like irregular, pretty painful, but it kind of comes at different points in the year. And I've always taken it as like messages from my body.
For sure.
I'm at a place now where my hormones are much more regulated. I'm feeling too. Like really good now, kind of settling into this. But this spring was intense. I would say. I think a lot of people were feeling that.
I had that medicine ceremony like beginning of March, before the equinox. And I feel like that was just like clearing out a lot in my womb, and talking about, like, for me it feels ancestral, like ancestral things, and like lineages, and who's come before you, and the women in your family that have come before you, like when you talk about, your grandmother's womb holds your mother, holds you, in those patterns and in those unfoldings and those teachings that have not been integrated, may land on your plate.
Yeah, definitely.
And, may land on your plate with the start of your menses and may come around. And so that's the type of womb healing that I started in 2021. So that's 5 years ago, but it feels like a lot.
Yeah. No, that's heavy stuff. That's heavy stuff to move, but it's beautiful work.
Yeah.
It's really,
to acknowledge.
That ancestral healing of, just being in a different place as women.
Yeah.
Then, if we think about like what our grandmothers were going through.
Yeah.
Yeah, we, well, depending on people's history, but yeah, thinking about what my grandmother was going through, and just the space she was not allowed to take up or have to figure herself out, regulate herself.
Yep.
And how that could be coming through in my work as well, to kind of finish that out for the lineage. And also my mom's adopted. So we actually don't really know a lot about that, but I feel this connection to my grandmother on that side, because like we were saying, like your mother, what was it? You were in your grandmother's womb.
Yeah.
As an egg.
Yeah.
In your mom.
Yeah, it's like complex. It's really complex.
So you're really connected to your maternal grandmother specifically in that way. But not really knowing her story and not knowing what she went through, but kind of feeling it maybe, has been an interesting journey as well.
Not knowing it, but yeah, feeling like this liminal in between of what it is, and you're like kind of tasked with, and that's a choice too. Like, how do I say it? Some women may be on other forms of like, cyclical rounds. So like birth control would affect that. But some may be more tuned into their natural cycles, and detecting maybe what your grandmother went through and you feeling that now and you're walking. I just think it's powerful, and I think it's a powerful message to talk about and express, in the imprint of both of our stories, connecting to the person's story that may be on the other side of this, receiving this information, or gravitated or pulled, or maybe some of these words ignite something within you. And so I guess just another short story, like, which I told you this from the medicine ceremony in March, was, I had gone into a memory, excuse me, and it like showed, I remember it showing like my anger, and like,
I just need to point out that it's interesting too that your voice changed when you started talking about this.
And I'm like having to
your uterus and your vocal cords
I'm like
are actually connected. They like reflect one another in the autonomy of them, like the way that they're constructed, but also they say like your vocal cords reflect your uterus and your voice will change throughout your cycle as well.
Like,
so it's interesting when you started talking about that.
When I'm talking about this, that's the depth of like what we're arriving with and what we're sharing, and like how phlegm comes up when I'm like talking about this, like, ancestral memory. But briefly, like, I'm taken into this memory or message that, I have, a mixed background of like Italian and what I don't know, European, but really prominently with that strength comes my Liberian lineage and West African and Ivory Coast lineage, in unfolding that history and not having it directly, handed down to me in some ways, me like living and being guided or directed, not in the physical. And so that memory like showed my ancestors, you know, it's gonna get real, but like, yeah, in like blocked cages, right? And that reality. And it had like shown me that remembrance or deep connection that was my subconscious too, of like my anger and their anger, you know, and the depth of their anger, like roar, like rattling their cages. And I remember like weeping at this realization of being like, oh, that's what's behind some of that. And my task to heal that, right? And like, I remember just like weeping and then, you know, speaking for them to be dropped into water in that release. And yeah, that's womb work.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's womb work, I think.
Yeah. No, it's ancestral work, it's deep work. It's future work.
Future work, yeah.
Too.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point too.
I mean, yeah, we're doing this for our posterity.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, and those who come after, and in that community and that lineage that comes after. And so that's been a big theme of this year, you know, like personally. And we've been led into summer. Yeah. You know, I'm kind of going through the seasons. And what I write down for summer, I said, energy of June intensity. You know, we've felt like June was, you really had to power through a lot.
June was a lot, especially the solstice. I mean, in Tucson here, it's like summer's always really the desert. Harsh, but we hung out on the solstice.
We did hang out on the solstice.
Got coffee or tea or something.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and like towards the end, I started to get like a headache, and I was like, "Am I sick?" And I went home and I just like passed out for a while, and then like as the sun went down, you know, I woke up again and I felt a little better, but that was an intense day. It was like so much sun energy, or so much just like potent energy coming at us that I felt that.
Yeah, you felt that. Yeah, you felt like physically, and like lumination. I wrote for the summer solstice and the opening of, you know, what summer means, and you know, those aspects of how summer is celebrated, but kind of the peak of the year. Or whatever year you kind of fall in, actually, because everyone celebrates those cycles differently. But I was saying, when the summer solstice came, I felt like from January to summer was energetically or experiences in navigations. I said that felt like a full year.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
No, I can't believe it's only like halfway through the year. It feels like.
And we're just talking about just the condensed speed of things. And it felt like the summer solstice was like, we're entering a year 2, you know, into the building. I think, did you mention building?
Building it felt like more burning and kind of destructive, but in a positive way, like the first half of the year. And then I feel like now there's still this burning, but it feels more creative, more like constructive.
Yeah.
So far, we'll see, because it's been a roller coaster. So.
Yo, okay, yeah, it's been crazy, but yeah, we'll see what summer and fall brings. But I thought it was just important to actually like have this moment to stop and reflect.
Yeah, it'll be cool to look back on this at the end of the year too,
and be like, oh, be like,
how are we feeling? What did we think? And we'll see,
and we'll revisit it probably.
Yeah.
But that was summer too, and I wrote call to work with water and disconnection from self, which felt like a test of your strength.
Yeah, June was a hard month for me internally.
Under surface.
I mean, it's kind of like I was talking about with losing my dog at the beginning of the year, this kind of like just loss of comfort and security in certain ways, like emotionally. I was feeling that throughout the whole month of June, and I can't fully make sense of why or what it meant yet. Maybe, but it was internally a very intense month, and I feel like a lot of women were feeling that.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in June.
Yeah, and with cycles changing or shifting, or the womb work too was a lot going in June.
Yeah, I was like over a week late for my bleed, and I was my PMS gets kind of bad when I'm late because it's like it needs release, and it feels pent up. So yeah, I was feeling very frustrated for a while. I was like, oh man. So I think that added to it as well.
Yeah. You know, me asking Avery like, yo, let's sit together and let's do this, and you're like, let's come to the herb store. The creation or creators ignition. So this is the first creator, or just my first video in 3 years, 2 or 3 years. So like tuning back into that, sharing, and you've been in your creation too, really, with your products and
my writing, and a lot of different things. I used to make YouTube videos too in 2020, like astrology and tarot and stuff, but yeah, so this is it's kind of a new thing for me though, also. So it's fun. It's a fun endeavor. I'm just open to feeling open to new creative opportunities, like whatever it is, like let's go,
why not? Why not try it, and like why not experience that?
Yeah, no, I've been posting my poetry on this Instagram I just made. I've never done that. I've written poetry my whole life. I've never posted it publicly.
Yes.
But this month I was just like, let's do it.
Why not?
Why not? What am I waiting for? And I'm
for?
able to do it in a way where I can present it how I want to, because I can accompany it with photos and videos and like just present it in a very artistic way. Because I think at first I was thinking to present my poetry, I had to do a reading. That was like what you have to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do anything in any particular way.
Yeah.
You can find how you're most comfortable doing it and do it. And I might do readings one day, but it's not like you can't do anything else before you do a poetry reading.
Yeah, that's true.
Waymaker. You can make your own way.
Yeah, I love that, waymaker. Yeah, whatever form of expression you feel called to is really important. And you brought up a note for us to talk about. I wrote it down, like, so creators' weight of people's judgment can kind of like weigh on your own creation, and that's a navigation.
Yeah, no, definitely. It can, I mean, if you're listening to a podcast like this, you have some awareness of how like energy works, and other people's energy, when they put it directed at you, it can actually affect you. So sometimes when you're trying something new and you're putting things out there as like a creative person, people's perceptions can affect it.
Yeah.
And outside of just affecting you. So it's kind of a navigation to figure out like how to put yourself out there, but in a way that's also protected, but then also in a way where it's like, you're not worried. It's not like you're worried about judgments necessarily. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes people don't even realize when they're throwing certain energies at you, when they see you doing something that, oh, she's never done that before. Why is she doing that? Or you know what I mean? Like, it's just interesting. And also acknowledging that in yourself too, like doing the work. If you see someone like a friend or whatever doing something different, sometimes our initial reaction can be like, what are they doing? But to receive that with an open heart and be like, what are they doing? Be curious about it, and put some positivity their way, because this world right now, I feel like people are consuming so much and creating less than ever, and it's very vulnerable to put yourself out there. So I get it. And it's easy to critique in comments or just behind your screen, but Yeah, that's just something to bear in mind, is that whole concept and different musings on that, about different ways we judge people, different ways people judge us, how to navigate it and still be your truest self and put your work out there, but also protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Protection and
Hmm. The evil eye is real.
yeah, the evil eye, yeah,
Yeah.
is around. And I think authenticity, like, I think it doing like a lot of inner work and life changing drastically the past few years for me has felt like I've put the creation on the backside, because it's like yourself
Mm-hmm.
is evolving, and who am I when I step forward to share?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it authentic for me, or I'm still in my morphing? It's like I feel ready, but I don't feel
Yeah.
ready, like. And so I just think the power of the time to answer the call.
Mm-hmm.
It's always about answering the call, and
Mm-hmm.
just sharing what you've gone through,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think protection is an important thing for those who are creators too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, like I went very private for a long
yeah,
time.
you went private. Yeah,
Yeah,
private
like
too.
not
Yeah.
posting anything, not even telling people stuff. Like I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
I started to get kind of like paranoid. And then I was like, hey, there has to be a balance where it's
Yes.
like I don't need to be like secretive like this, but
Your
also,
Scorpio moon.
yeah, my Scorpio moon taking over.
Your
Yeah,
Scorpio moon too.
yeah. But it is something to talk about, and it's something I think sometimes people don't want to address.
Yeah,
But then I wonder, like, how much that really holds people back, and maybe we should be addressing it, because
it's
yeah,
important.
maybe talking about this stuff and getting these thoughts out there would inspire more people to get over that internally, or figure out how to present their creation, and then that will be a better world
Be a
for
better
more
world too.
people putting themselves out there in a way. And yeah, there's always the imposter syndrome too, where it's
Imposter, yeah.
like, who am I to like be making this podcast right now? But it's like, if you can view yourself from someone else's eyes, like, I know you're a very wise person. I think of you as someone with a lot of insight. So
Yeah.
I see you as like, yeah, of course Kimberly's ready
Yeah,
to
yeah.
share. And there's
You're
things
right,
you've
yeah.
shared with me, and
You do see me.
like but then when you look at yourself, sometimes it's like, I don't
Am I
know.
wise?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks, Avery.
yeah.
Those are such gifted words. And Avery's a Pisces sun, Scorpio
Scorpio moon,
moon,
Libra rising.
Libra rising. Look at her outfit. Libra rising. I'm a Sag rising, Cancer sun, Cancer season, and then a Taurus moon. So our water suns
Yeah.
are immediately like, okay, it's safe. And
And then our moons are opposed, but like opposites are similar in a way too.
similar, and they've created like a respectful balance.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been like I feel like with the safety came, and no one's here to attack. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like that would be the imbalance of those moons.
Yeah.
And then our risings.
I feel like our risings are fun.
Yeah. I feel like our
Yeah.
risings add a lot of
The
like
Libra,
flair.
Sag. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we
a lot
have.
of fun.
Yeah, I feel like we have a good time. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just the evolution of this relation, and the support with the feminine,
Mm-hmm.
the healthy support of the feminine, and learning that. I
Mm-hmm.
think I've like navigated a lot with the healthy parts of the feminine.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
Vulnerability, insecurities,
Mm-hmm.
um or like confidence in Venus, very like ways of illuminating yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and tending to your heart's care
Yeah.
is important too, which I feel like you always, the baths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's nothing like a good bath.
We're taking baths.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're taking
baths.
taking baths. And
Especially living in the desert, you got to get that water
yeah,
energy somehow. Yeah.
and yeah, I want to wrap up our last point of talking about the desert.
Yeah. It's
Yes,
a
talking
mixed.
about the desert.
It's a lot of emotions come up, I feel like, when I think about the desert. I've been here 10 years now, and
Yeah,
it
it's a long
wasn't
time.
really my choice to move here, I would say, in that like I didn't like pick it and choose it.
Yeah.
I'm from Minnesota. I lived in Portland, Oregon for a while. My ex was from Tucson, which is how we ended up here. He loved it, so he wanted to move back here. This is where his family is. It kind of made sense. So I went along with it, but I feel like it was never comfortable for me. And then I made it comfortable for me. I figured out how to connect with the plants, and doing that got me into herbalism and propelled me down this path. And I started gardening, and I like really built an oasis in the desert, I would say, and it shaped me forever.
Yeah.
No, I owe the desert a lot. But I feel like I'm reaching a point now that it's been over 10 years,
Yeah.
where it's starting to be a lot of effort to maintain, and I think I'd be happier somewhere where I feel more naturally comfortable. um and yeah, that's
That's your journey.
that's the journey here.
That's a long journey. 10 years. That's a
Yeah.
long journey.
Yeah.
I'm an infant.
Yeah.
Still.
No, I think about just how much has happened since I've lived here, and how much I've changed, like who I was when I got here versus who I am now. It's beautiful. It's been a beautiful journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of strength. And yeah, I've only been here 2 years, and I was just called to the mountains, like
Yeah.
gravitated down here,
Mm-hmm.
for reasons I came to learn and still understand.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think I've experienced so much rockiness and so much beauty
Mm-hmm.
that it feels like it's like the ingredients you put in a pot to make a recipe.
Yeah.
And sometimes the recipe don't come out right. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it comes out like in a beautiful way, and it takes a lot of
Mm-hmm.
work to have something come to fruition. Um and yeah, I'm still learning the navigations of the beauty in the Sonoran Desert and the jungle here. It's like
Yeah.
there's jungle elements here.
Mm-hmm.
I was just in Madera
Yeah.
Canyon, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, no, even like during monsoon season, like there's certain days where it's kind of like humid and hazy,
Yeah.
and it feels like prehistoric, and it's like a
Prehistoric.
different landscape during that time. It's like this is something different right now. Um yeah, no, the desert has a way of like pulling you back in. Also, like it
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
pushing you to an edge, and then like you're like I can't take any more, and then all of a sudden it like softens.
It's like okay,
Yeah.
okay, and then yes, that's exactly what happens here. It's like a mouth. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's its medicine is so different from the north.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like harsh and like visceral, but in a beautiful way, cuz sometimes you need that, You need that like yeah, it's just
Essence of like you're seeking a certain type of growth that is going to like catapult you,
mhm.
and that what you just said is what it allows to catapult you. And
Mhm.
that process is every certain type of experience,
Mhm.
and its beauty and it's like despair,
Yeah.
like very poetic.
Yeah, I just saw a video of myself on my old Instagram from like 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
And that was like when I was going through my breakup with my ex who brought me here. And I was going through a lot. Um, and I was like, it was July or something, so it was so hot. And I just felt so stuck here. And I was just really growing like, I gotta get out of the desert.
Yeah.
But it monsooned.
Oh yeah.
And I found this video of me out in the rain, like I took of myself in the rain, and like I remember that day, and that was such deep joy because it came after being put through so much hardship,
Yeah.
that it was like you can't match that level of joy, because it was like I felt the water and this release, because I think that season the monsoons weren't coming. It was
Oh
just
yeah.
hot. I felt stuck. It was just hot, just building tension, and then it finally released. And it
felt
was
that
like
joy
like
here.
euphoric. It's like you can't really compare that to a lot of other environments, the type of euphoria that it can push you to from withholding.
Withholding, yeah.
Yeah.
From withholding,
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah, that's kind of our summary of learnings of the desert, and they're still unfolding as, transitions are coming.
Yep.
In calling.
Mm-hmm.
But the present is the teacher,
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to at least wrap up with that acknowledgement. And yeah, we'll have more conversations, Avery and I. But this was really pulsating for this time of year right now, and wanted to come through. Um, and Avery, let us know where we can find you and your products.
Avery's Apothecary on Instagram. So Avery's _ apothecary _. I also just launched my website, averysapothecary.org. If you want to follow my poetry Instagram,
Yeah.
you might see some weird stuff on there, but it's useless _angel _.
I just saw that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who Avery is. And yeah, thank you, Avery. And yeah, you can find me at Kimberly Ray. You'll see where this is posted. And then on YouTube, obviously this is Avenues of Wisdom. And so there will be more coming and more creations to share. And yeah, so I offer healings as well that you can reach out via Instagram or YouTube. And those are very much energetic healings. Avery's had one.
Yeah.
And yeah, those are callings and offerings right now, wherever you are, if you feel that connection as well. So we'll have to catch you on the flip, but this is
Thank you for having me in this space. This is really cool.
Thank you, Tucson Herb Store.
Yeah, thank you, Tucson Herb Store.
Awesome. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.